everybody to the Willie. NBA trade lines. Deadlines have been met. We're still waiting on one individual to make their all important announcement, right? In the midst of Summer League, all these great players that are here now. Here we are on the Willie having to have a grown man conversation about the state of the NBA, the Entertainment League, and the man who has spent the last 2 decades positioning himself at the center of it all. LeBron James. So look, for all you fans, you need to understand something. You need to strip away highlight reels, the marketing, the whole king persona, and look at the cold, hard reality of what has become bullshit and what he's actually done to the sport. Because at 41 years of age, it's becoming clearer by the day. The line between basketball and basketball business hasn't just been blurred, it's been completely erased. As the casualty of that merger is the game itself, we have to start with the most basic requirements of a leader, and that's availability. Right now, we are in an era of load management. It's disgusting. It's a visceral displacement of talent. You see, this is a trend that started right when LeBron took control of his own narratives. Now ask yourself, when was the last time you actually saw him, who's supposed to be this true proven leader, an elite leader, play a full 82 game season? For LeBron James, it's been actually once in his entire 23-year career, back in 2017, 2018. Correct me if I'm wrong. Hit me up at thewilliebubbleshow.com or hit me in the comments. To think about the icons of the past, we got to think about the guys who carried the league on their backs and never missed a night because they knew that their teammates needed them. Or that guy sitting up there in the fucking nosebleeds, as Mike talked about, spent all of his money to come see him, so I'm going to put on a show. LeBron, pardon me. He's prioritized his brand, his business meetings, and his media empire over the fundamental commitment of showing up for the fans and his squad. When you spend more time in a boardroom meeting for your media company than you do in the film room, don't come telling me about you're focused on winning championships. You're lying. You're building a portfolio. And let's talk about that leadership. We're always told that he provides. What? Who needs this dude? Like, who's ever really needed this dude? No one really has needed this dude. If you want to lead, you take accountability when pressure is at its absolute highest. Look at the NBA Finals. Look at the numbers. LeBron is a 73.1% free throw shooter in the NBA Finals. Now, for a man who wants to be compared to the greatest to ever lace them up, that's a glaring, unacceptable statistic. That means you're worse than Karl Malone on the free throw line when it counts. You're like Shaq at the free throw line when it counts. In the closing moments of a finals game, when the outcome hangs on a single possession, you got to be automatic. Kobe, AI, LeBron, Carmelo, list goes on and on. You can't be a 73% liability at the line and claim the title of the greatest. For you fans out there that want to debate this, you are the example as to how the world has now begun to accept mediocrity. And you love mediocrity. You don't love standard. You like mediocrity. And we've seen it time and time again. The pass the grenade mentality, the dribbling out the shot clock, the passing of the responsibility in the final seconds, then throwing up your hands at your teammates when the play fails. J.R. Smith. You got to understand, people, that's not leadership. It's not. That's a child practicing deflection. That's a player protecting his personal efficiency stats while the team crumbles around him. Look at the way he handles the roster. The man has turned the league into a revolving door. He holds franchises hostage, demanding specific veterans, forcing front offices to gut their future for a 2-year window. Sounds like Jerry Krause. Only to jump ship when the bill comes due. That's not building a dynasty. That's a short-term mercenary business. He treats his teammates like temporary staff, not like a brotherhood. You see his body language. You see the moments on the bench where he sits apart from the huddle, distancing himself from the very guys that he's supposed to be captaining. When you see the team losses, you see him look for every exit. He's not looking for a way to fix the chemistry. He's looking for an exit to blame it on somebody else. I feel that he's also a coach killer in the truest sense. Because no coach can implement a system when the star player is running his own shadow organization. Can't. That man is in the way. He's like Jerry Jones, man. He's in the way of the inevitable success of just about everything that he's come around. We got to stop confusing fame with excellence, you guys. Seriously. Look at the fucking hip-hop heads that you, rap heads, because they're not hip-hop heads, they're rap heads, that you guys follow. You follow fame thinking that it's excellence, and you are so wrong. We have to also stop confusing a massive business footprint with a basketball legacy. That's not it. LeBron James has mastered the business of the NBA. But in doing so, he has hollowed out the sport of basketball. 41 years old. Hey, it's awesome he's still playing, but if you spend $1 million a year on your body, you should play 82 games. It's time to stop making excuses for the so-called king. If you aren't there for your team, if you aren't making your free throws when the trophy's on the line, and if you're more worried about your next media deal than the next practice, you're not a leader. You're just a clown in a corporate suit playing a game that deserves a lot more respect than you've given it. I'd like to start this debate. Oxtalight for the people, and I'm always in it. And this was the Willie Bobo Show, talking about the massacre that LeBron James is putting upon the league. It is despicable. Make sure you tune in, because I'm not done.